Okay, I don't do much with trade rumors throughout the season, but obviously right now there's a lot of information coming through on a lot of the players that are in the title and that I'm going to talk about that I trust more than the sources that are like, oh, I'm hearing this and it's just, tradingmctradingson.com. Like, it's just, all that rumor stuff from HF boards. Like, I don't really take that too much into consideration. But when the Hockey Insiders sort of talk about it and a few of the other ones sort of jump on it, I feel like there's a lot more validity. So I just wanted to start it with that. But yeah, let's dive in with some updates on some of these players that may be being dealt in the next few days. Matt Murray. The big update here is Jarry has re-signed. So now the attention is solely for the Penguins on him. And right now the rumoured is here. These guys apparently want him, which makes perfect sense. Although it seems like if they just kept Leonard, that they wouldn't have had this problem. But anyway, they don't have a goalie signed really right now. And so, starting getting someone like Matt Murray is a really good idea. And obviously Duncan Keith has kind of been floated out there, not by like an insider or something, within either organization. That's something that is either team's looking at, but it's something that could make sense with the current salary situation. But yeah, looks like the Blackhawks at the moment. Also, there's been some rumours that Toronto's involved, but that doesn't make too much sense to me unless there's an Anderson trade coming up. So I don't take that one with a huge grain of salt. I haven't really looked into that on whether that one makes sense. But I think there's enough heat there with the Blackhawks to safely say that there's been a few good talks there, and they've obviously been trade partners in the past. So it looks like, at least at the moment, a trade's definitely on the books. They may look to re-sign him if they can't get anyone else, and they've still got $4.6 million in cap space. So, you might look at a 1-year deal for him, maybe 2, and then offset him in that second year, just because this truncated season is going to need 2 goalies. So, don't be surprised if this goes either way. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Obviously, I reported on it, was that the Bruins and the Vancouver Canucks were involved. They were the only 2 teams not on the no movement list. And that has not changed. The Coyotes went back to Oliver Ekman-Larsson, obviously not happy too much with the deals that they were getting, and probably wanted some more teams in the no-move list so they could maybe try up the value with either of those teams as well, and obviously see if they can get more from those from the teams that he would add. He said no. It's the Boston Bruins and Vancouver. Apparently, Vancouver's giving more, but they're not happy with the prospects. Boston has better prospects in the sense of Arizona's what they're after, but they're not willing to give them up. So interesting. Marc-Andre. So still, I think there's a fair bit to happen there. I still don't get how it works for either team. If they do get him, I'd rather either one of them sign Torrey Krug, to be honest, than trade the assets and be on the hook for a contract of similar value for a good player, but he's not great. At least not been great the last season or two. So but he's been very good. I don't get why everyone's saying he's average. He's a very good defender. But it's just, you're on the hook for a lot of money, and then you have to trade away assets as well. It's a lot. Marc-Andre Fleury was shopped around the league by the Golden Knights, plus a second-round pick to someone to take the salary and the contract and no takers. Whether that may change down the road, that's something to look at. And I'm not surprised if that gets picked up in about a month's time. But right now, there's a lot of goalies out there. So it just doesn't make sense right now to take that. You might as well see what you can get in the market. You can always come back to that one if there's interest in your team in shoring up the goaltending. Plus, no one knows what the season's going to look like. This could be, they might try fit a lot of games in a very short amount of time, or it might be like a lockout year and it's just a kind of normal-ish half season, but it's not too truncated. So, obviously that's going to weigh things up in the value of Fleury. But it may have to keep them in the season, which I don't think is the worst thing for the Knights if they do have to keep him, because, again, I have a feeling 2 goalies is going to be very important this season. The value may go up for him, and then they may be able to sign other people or do other things. But anyway, so that's where that is at the moment. And Taylor Hall does not look like he's going to get re-signed by the Coyotes. Shock horror, I know. They're shopping his rights to see if anyone wants whack at the pinata before free agency this weekend. Anyway, guys, that is the whole update on all of those players right now. There's a lot of videos today. It's going to be like 7, I think. So yeah, if you did like this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe if you've made it all this way and you haven't. We're up to 216. It really does help us out, especially during this manic season where there's so many videos. Trust me, it gives me it gives me a lot of motivation every time I see it. And comment down below, what do you think will happen with any of these players? Do you think any of them will be dealt at the draft? That's tomorrow. We also have a mock draft video coming out very late this evening in Australia time, so it'll be your morning in America before the draft. And I'm giving myself a point system, so for everyone I get right, I get a point per the draft pick it is, because obviously the first draft pick is only worth 1 point, and then the 30th pick, if I get 30th right, it's worth 30 points. So we'll see how many I can get right, but it's going to be a bit all over the shop, so we'll see how this goes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. See you